Hello everyone, welcome to another stream. This is going to be a smaller one. It's going to be a little bit detailed. Going to be going over a little bit of planning here and there, so we'll get on with this in a moment. I just need to make sure that this is linked to YouTube and that it's actually playing. Because apparently it's not coming up. It's like I'm sat there and it's not coming up in feed on YouTube apparently. Interesting. Yet more problems. Ah, there we go. That moment where it takes like 20 odd seconds to start a stream. So let's get on with things. I'll show you what's been done so far, go over tech stuff, and then away we go. Hang on. Behind right, let's just get into this. Okay, so having a laugh here with people. Hang on. And then I've got to respond to people later on. That moment where I'm like just getting set up and getting everything done and sending the links out. So we should be good now, I think. I'll just wait and see if anybody comes in, and then we'll go from there. We're just chilling out with Frisk on the floor here at the moment. What I might also do is load up another version in the background because I'm going to be messing around with different files quite a lot tonight and explaining things. Hey, Classic, how you doing? Let's see. Just gonna quickly see, where's the intro? It's that one? Long haul, water spikes, falling down intro. Intro camera test. Okay, so if I do... Where is it? There's one of like intro camera test, no height maps. I need that. There we go. So I'm going to pull that in a moment. How you doing anyway, Classic? We're going to be slightly spoiling things today, but it's no big deal. Slightly. Big Super, working on my video clip in the editor. Guess we're both working? Yes. Yes. We are indeed. I'm just trying to remember how much I've got done here while I'm waiting for people to show up. Ah, there we go. I know where I got up to now. So, let's just wait a little while longer, and then away we go. So, for everything so far, I spent like 9 hours rendering at like the highest resolution. Well, not the highest resolution, but I did it at 4K and 30 FPS, and people might say like, dude, why do you not go 4K at 60? But animating at 60 just seems a bit weird. But instead, we've got 4K 30. I actually don't mind working at 30. It looks pretty good. This is what it came out like. You can see all the details on, at least if you're looking for them, you can see the details on Frisk's jumper here. You can see her normal maps. That's all great. And I think we can see the...
Ow!
Yeah, we can. We can see like all of the foliage moving in the background.
I'm alive?
This isn't too bad in terms of like the lighting and everything. We also changed the normals that the stone normals looked better, and then of course we've got the dust particles coming down,
I'm alive!
which admittedly in some parts of the sequence might be a little bit too fast, but it's not too bad. That bit there, we've got the new expression that we came up with the other day that I went over. New hand positions here that make it look a little bit better, and then we can see the physics interacting with that bit of grass there, plus all the other bits of movement.
But how do I get back?
This is looking so good, says Damon. Thank you very much. So yeah, if you've not seen like the intro where I was going on about it, it's like this is rendered out at 4K, but for some strange reason it'll only let me render it. Well, it'll let me show it in Blender for the moment. Don't know why. Gonna have to fix that eventually. But yeah, we got all the detailing in the clothes. There's a slight error there, but it can be overlooked because of how it is. We got the hair there looking alright. The only other thing that I would do to the hair is try and make it so it fades out at the end, because I'm gonna have to re-render this, I think, as like images. But it's not too bad, because I need to make it an image sequence then.
I'm alive?
One thing as well I wanted to do, and I'm happy with, is that we've got like reflection on the eye whites as well. It looks so nice.
I'm alive! But how do I get back up?
Best bit in a moment is that shot. I wanted this lingering shot last night with dust in the air, and you can see the dust particles swirling around. That's that render that I did. I literally just took the render, put it on, like a bunch of 2D planes. Ended up having to like re-record it in OBS and then project it because it just wouldn't work normally. I don't know why. So I was just like, I'll just OBS it. So, we projected that onto there and then give it some emissive. So now the dust swirls around there. Then we can see it falling in the background a little bit. I made it do that by literally just moving the model down.
Is it a door? I think it's a door.
I actually don't mind the shading as well for most of this. It doesn't look too bad, like the way that it's done on the face and stuff. We've still got the rim light over here. We've got the shading that lights up most of the face. You can see it's coming from roughly about here. Makes the bottom of the face look a little bit dark, but I don't think it's too bad.
Maybe.
The shadows on him are soft rather than hard. So like for the shadows, previously I would just make everything like black and then make the lights emphasize everything. But with this, I was like, okay, I'll do soft shadows. Plus the new way of rendering stuff in Eevee from like Blender 4.4 onwards, I think it has helped, and it had max sampling on, so we weren't getting too many issues from anything else. And then there we go, we got the hair bobbing just slightly there that you can see from the baked animation. You can see it a little bit there. Boom, 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 boom. So it gives the character weight while they're also moving through all of this, and all of this is moving. And then we got the dust there at the end that I moved. What happens is it fades out there, goes into the floor, fades out, and then I quickly move it so it's within shot. And then when we go back here, it's still swirling around a little bit. I really like that. David. I really like that. It looks so good. I like the way that all the stuff is now interacting with everything. I like the way that the shadows are. There's not really too much underneath Frisk. You can just about see the shadows.
But how do I
get back? It's not too bad.
Maybe there's a way out.
That's a really good shot, though.
I mean, that does kind of look like a door. Maybe. Is it a door? I think it's a door.
I didn't want to do too much up and down movement there with the torso, so I ended up literally just making the torso turn left and right instead. So you can just about see it because I didn't want to do it too much. I'm getting serious Kingdom Hearts vibes for him. we got like the shoulder turns this way slightly and then turns back that way. You can just about see it.
It look like a door. Maybe.
There.
Is it a door? I think it's a door.
The only problem with this at the moment is literally because I'm trying to preview it in Blender. Blender's like throwing a fit because the file is like 6 gigs. It's like, wait a minute, what? So the source file is 6 gigs, and it's like, I'm not used to this. But yeah, we've got that. That was the stuff that I rendered off last night. So as far as I'm concerned, I don't think I can get any better than that for the start, unless I figure out some way of playing around with the her and making the her texture look slightly transparent at the end. At the ends here, so it doesn't look like a thick thing here, like it goes to the end and we just get like it going transparent. I'll try that because I'm gonna need to render it anyway as like an image sequence so that it doesn't like have a fit again. But for now, it's good. I like it. There's nothing too bad about it. This is Kara, and this is literally just a remake of the Frisk model, but I changed everything. What it is Frisk's model originally was being used for both Kara and Frisk, so I've basically taken Frisk's model, changed the textures on certain bits to match Kara, and then the ones that they share with Frisk, I've just left alone. The reason for that is that if they ever share a scene with Frisk, the materials won't be duplicated for no reason. That I can just turn around and use the same ones. So I don't need to make new materials there, so it saves on space and memory. Kara has a obviously different textured jumper, but we've still got the same normal maps applied and everything, so you can still see those details. The skin is a bit lighter, and the pants have the same materials again. Plus, the pants have the same controls for the knees when moving, so that the pants don't get in the way. And then obviously the hair there, which is looking pretty nice. So I'm pretty happy about that. Also, the movement empty is named and everything else is named correctly. So that shouldn't be too bad. Copy and paste technique. Yeah, like it's the ultimate copy and paste, because originally when I got Frisk's model, it came with all of this stuff, so it's not too bad. Damon says, it sucks my boiler's busted, so I need to get a mechanic over here, but they aren't going to be here till Wednesday. Oh, dude, that sucks. Hope you get that fixed real soon. But yeah, that's the preview of Kara. But the fun now comes in when I do this. Where is it? Can I just swap over to the next version? Aha! Here we go. So this is all new now. I think I might have shown this off a little bit, but if not, you're only going to see it in grey for the moment, right? So what we have here is a bunch of assets and the rest of the intro for the ruins. I split these up so that it saves just on frames and stuff. So what we have is, when Frisk is looking into that doorway from the previous scene, what we see is this hall, right? And I deliberately took that hall, continued it round, and then we've got the intro for the ruins, the rest of it. So when we come into here, we won't see down there. We don't need to worry about that because we won't be having a reverse shot. And then this extends all the way down. And of course, we've got like the fun things that we can do now, like with the plants, where we can make the plants move and everything else. So that's going to be fun. Although some of these might need to be redone. Let's just double check. Did you know Discord was hacked recently? I changed my password because yes. I don't know whether to mess around with that myself. Let's see, geometry nodes. Did I think I might have made that a model already. If that's the case, then literally, yeah, I might change my password as a result. They've had like the other hacking as well. It was crazy. I need to make sure that material, or the materials for the pillars, are correct. That everything has bump. But yeah, this is like the full-on intro now. That's why this one's named like, this is where the fun begins, because essentially you could say that for a long time, because of me like waiting for VA stuff and also working on the rest of the environment, we have never got like a fully fully complete section. So now it's like, okay, we're finally getting to the point where we can get new content that nobody's seen before. Damon. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be walking into this environment now through this door. But part of the reason why I wanted to do the stream was literally to go over an idea for shot setup. Because I don't think we should just follow Frisk all the time, especially considering like this is the beginning or the continuation of the previous scene, so we can't really show this. While we can show them in the other shot, maybe coming out of the grass and walking down into here, I think the establishing shot for this should be something like that, where we can see them coming out of there, then going down, and then we get like the shot of Flowey, because Flowey's going to pop up here, and I figure I either have Flowey pop up from the front, like this, or from behind like that, so we can see Frisk's reaction. And then we go to Flowey's close up. Because one thing I like doing is showing almost everything that's going on at the same time, but I know I'm going to miss out on certain things, like expressions and stuff. So it's a case of like experimenting and tweaking some of the shots. But yeah, I think for this, having a shot from like up here to show the scale is going to be good, because like from down here, you don't get too much of a sense of scale. You get like it maybe if you look up. So maybe I could do that or something for like one part. But yeah, I definitely think sort of like over here, just coming in, just from there and just doing like a slow pan this way, so you can see them to get to about there, and then doing the shot maybe this way, a Flowey popping up, so we can see where Frisk's going and see Flowey here like this, because that frames it as Flowey always being on the left, Frisk always being on the right, and then we do the shot that way for the close-up of Flowey's face, because then we get to see either over the shoulder from Frisk or from Frisk's point of view towards Flowey. And then we've got the fight scene, which will be expanded a little bit like this, so we can see a little bit more. I think that's how I want to try and film it. If anyone's got any better ideas, then please put them forwards, because I would like to try everything out and see what's the best. Is Flowey Satan or something? Not exactly. Not exactly. If you don't mind spoilers, then Flowey is one of the other characters that's been reincarnated, and has little to no feelings. So they kind of treat the world how they would want to, just because they've gotten bored of it. So they're kind of just playing with the entire world, and then you come along and take away that power that he had, so he can't do that anymore. So then he's just like, yeah, I'll just sit back and bide my time and see what you do, you know. So he's the antagonist, but he also has like this much deeper story that we find out much later on. Well, what's gonna happen is after we do the Flowey fight in here, Toriel's gonna come from over here. Now, I don't know what to do in this section with Toriel, because we're gonna actually have to see her at some point. Maybe, like, not with Flowey's close-up, but when we have, like, the fight over here, I think maybe I can bring Toriel in from over here then, because you can't quite see her because this wall blocks her. So that makes for a good way of just, like, bringing her in without being able to properly see. Especially if we have, like, Flowey shooting, like, the like, his little flower pellets at us, and then we kind of go, like, over here or something. Because, again, this blocks everything. So then we can have Toriel coming in from about here. And then throwing a fireball at Flowey that makes him vanish under there. And then from there, Toriel's going to take Frisk through the ruins. So we're going to get this nice shot of going through here. Which I think for that, we'll still do the same thing with Frisk. We'll have the kind of like shot, kind of like this maybe. Have them both go in that way. Or like even over the shoulder might be better. Like over the shoulder this way, have them going in, and then we can have them maybe walking through a little bit of the grass or whatever, because then we can see both characters interacting with the grass. Have maybe one or both of them going up the stairs, and then we've got the main start room here. Once we get past this bit, this is all new territory. So this is where we get to plan and sort of go over all the other stuff in the underground because of all the new characters. I think I'm gonna have to do a scale sheet for the characters to to show them size comparison next to each other or what I think would be good size comparison wise, because that's gonna be I think it's gonna cause a little bit of problem with people because some of the characters I think are gonna be smaller than others. Like for instance, I think Toriel's going to be the largest here, with a couple of the characters being possibly similar in size to Frisk, but then we've got some that are going to be, like a little bit small, and others that I want to have more animalistic features, like around these torches here. I want them to be actually like gathering or near them because of them being um, fire and being drawn to light and things. Be cool if you made it like the Sonic One dungeon from the OG Saga. Oh, trust me, it looks really really good when you see like all the lighting and textures on it. I don't want to spoil it at the moment. There's like a lot of tricks behind the scenes that you're not seeing here right now. This is just like the base model, but like I outdid myself, really outdid myself with all of this. Um, So yeah, it might actually be fun actually to have Toriel's shot come from over here later on, where we can see them moving up and then come up the stairs and then go this way and in. Because I don't want to show off everything, but it's got to be kind of a slow burn at the beginning as well. So, like for this shot, it can easily show it all off for the like the intro credits or whatever. I just need to check these materials as well real quick while I'm here. Can we just? Has that got? Can we just go shading here? Okay. Yeah. So that's. The standard pillar has no, that's spoilers. And then standard has a tangent space normal map? What the Okay. What about that? Because it's supposed to be broken, right? Oh dude, no 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 no. That needs Okay, you're gonna get a little bit of spoiler here. This needs to be fixed. Actually no, because if I fix that it'll yeah, go on. Talking about Kingdom Hearts could be like Pete were when he's sulking in the shadows behind Frisk. Maybe. I can figure I'm gonna have to look at Kingdom Hearts for like a lot of inspiration. For certain bits at least, because I wanted to go through it anyway, the rest of it, so let's do height into a normal and then we'll bam that. There we go. Pillar. Yep, that's fine. That's fine. So that should look better now. If I just take that and jump that over here where we start. Does this have any pillars in it? I'm trying to remember. No, it doesn't. What about... Oh, it was over here, wasn't it? I was gonna quickly have a look over here to see whether this had changed. Kind of looks like it has. Let's just see. Yeah, that one's got a normal. Yeah, that's got a normal bump on it. Okay, that's fine. So what I need to do now is save this, even though it's 4.43. I need to save that as a physics version. Where is it? Save as. EX and then physics in caps. Okay. If I physics in caps. Save that. Because now, when I pull this version up, I can go ahead and edit it. Let's see. After you finish the series, you should make it into a VR ride. That would be cool. Like, people have asked me about like VR and stuff like that. I've got somebody that I'm gonna give my my God of Hyperdeath model to, like real soon. And the whole reason for that is literally it was just like it's uh it's just to help out with the community and everything because everybody's giving me stuff. It's just the whole thing of making sure that it doesn't like, get used for the wrong reasons. This grass geometry I'm gonna need to redo. Not so much the leaves though. Like with this stuff, this is really cool. I just need the leaves to be physical. As for the branches, I might try and see if I can do the branches. What do you reckon? Like down here with a little bit of wind, the branch might move just a little bit? Just ever so slightly? Because I'm thinking maybe. Although, with a tree like that, maybe not. Trying to figure out, like, what the best bit for that would be. Because I can make the grass move, obviously, and stuff like that. That's fine. That's easy. It's just more picking and choosing. The branch moving would look really atmospheric. I figure then, because of the wind, we make it so that, like, the smaller branches are the only ones that move. So not the big ones. So, like, for instance, these ones that come off here, we do them, and we have them move ever so slightly. And it's subtle, but combined with the grass and everything, it'll look real cool. And then we've got the fire and everything. Like for instance, the only shot I'm gonna do, where is it? The only shot I'm gonna show you guys. I think it should be good. If I do this from like here, I do that from there inwards, and I just do that with like full lighting and everything. That'll kind of give you an idea with what I'm working with at the moment. This is a minor spoiler. So that's all of what the ruins looks like now. It's been fully upgraded. Way better than the last version. The thing is, I think that needs to be changed so slightly. Is that more of an orange? That looks crazy good. I know, right? Like compared to the previous version, it just like what? There we go. That looks a little bit better now with the slightly more orange hue there. I think the other version had that. But yeah, like the new rendering and everything. The roof is some of the craziest bits because I tried to make it look as though the roof was like basically had been built into. But when you look at it, it's a displacement map. It's really nuts how that's done. But like yeah, it's like that's a video that I've mapped same way as like the dust and everything. Can't wait. I just can't wait to like get into because knowing how that looks now, right? It's funny actually because that video also gets controlled like by the camera. So wherever the camera is, it tends to face it. So it's always 2D, right? But now you know how that looks. Imagine how like all of this looks. Just imagine how all of that looks, knowing that how that the first area looks because it's just insane going through like I don't want to spoil all of this, with all of the details, but it's when I tell you like I went all in on this remake for the sake of making it look as good as possible, including adding like statues here, which are supposed to be the guards from later on, and I've just like destroyed them a little bit so that we see like bits of them have been broken off and stuff. Alright, Waffle Slayer. Could the tips, Marv, if the limbs of the tree was thinner, would make it work. I used willow trees for my RPG game. Willow works better. Oh, interesting. So yeah, so what we'll do is I'll plan this out. We got Frisk going to be coming in from here. Then we got next shot will be Flowey popping up there. Then the shot with Flowey and Frisk over here. And then the confrontation, which will just take place after that. It's just more focused on, it's more focused on Flowey for the time being, and then we'll go about everything else. It's going to be fun. Now what I'll do is, because I've got that set up, I might create a character sheet now while we're here as well. Let's do where's Frisk? I'm gonna do this while we're here and just see what people think about this. If I do save this as character scale sheet, right? What we can do is we can bring in some of the stuff from the ruins. So we can do Toriel. Where's Toriel? There's Derpy Toriel. Toriel fixed. Right, collection, Toriel. Where the heck is... Oh, Toriel's just floating up in midair because she can. Let's just grab Toriel, bring it down here. I love the way she's absolutely massive there. It's okay, it's totally fine. Waffle Slayer says, how are multiple lives happening at once? Oh, all good. Thank you very much. So I reckon for the sake of it, we do that. Because we know players roughly about here. So we got Toriel, Frisk. Oh. Let's do everything right, Jim. Right. Flowey, let's see. Flowey. Fixed Flowey. Collection. There he is. Ah! He's too big. Flowey needs to be literally like that. I suppose you could do this in terms of when we meet them. So Toriel's gonna have to be here. Flowey. It's gonna be here, and then everything after that is just NPCs. Toriel, put Flowey in there. Do. Let's see. Append files fixed. Then we'll go from there. So we've got the first couple of enemies. So we've got Frogget, Whimsum, and Magosp. So do Frogget, collection. Ah! Wait a minute, why is... Oh, I see. File, append. That's a big flower, though. He can't be too small, otherwise Frisk could stomp him out. Yeah, he's an interestingly sized flower. For Frogget's gonna be just not exactly the biggest monster ever. I figure we have, because there's different size Froggets anyway. Frogget's gonna literally be that for your average one, I think. Hang on. Was Toriel's movement cube? I just realized it's all the way over there. God Frog. there's Final Frogget as well that has a crown. That's pretty cute. Hang on. Classic said, just had a weird JP commercial come up as I was watching. I know it was AI. What the? Right, so we got Frogget that can go there. Just need to get Toriel's movement cube here and move that to there. This is just swinging an idea of sense of scale, right? I like all the mini details on Frogget at the moment. I need to get like a better like normal map for that though. I might have to use like a Voronoi texture and like mess around with it a little bit more. It doesn't look too bad for the time being. I can always edit that. Because I wanted to make it look more like frog skin. Fixed. Let's see, Whimsum? Where's Whimsum? There we go. I opened it instead of doing the character scale sheet. Hang on. Frogget. Append. I'm getting a lot of odd AI adverts, says David. Oh no. Whimsum. Oh god. Whimsum's massive as well. Can we just like rotate Whimsum and then we can scale them down? Because I need to establish these as well for like later. I figure we'll have like maybe some variation of these, but these are going to be like the base scale of them. See, I don't want Whimsum to be too small, but I don't want them to be too big either. So I figure that'll do. Because they're like a moth, and I want like that enemy that like hangs around near fire almost, like a moth to a flame. No. You got Whimsum there. Whimsum also has like light up things. There's like a lot of bits that light up here. And then we've got Magosp. Where's Magosp? Magosp. Collection. Magosp. This guy is like the littlest guy ever in the ruins. He should not be that scale. He's just a little guy that dances. And I've given him like a pillbug style texture on the back. So, how are we doing here stat wise? That's not bad, I think. Right, so I think for this, I'm gonna have Magosp be a little bit like Whimsum. Let's just see. I don't think that's too bad, having Magosp like that. He's a little goober. Or rather, they are a little goober. Well, I think this is not too bad so far in terms of scale. And then let's do it was Vegetoid was one of the other ones. Oh my god, Vegetoid is massive as well. Looks like a Pokemon. Yeah, I think some of them are gonna look like Pokemon in general anyway to people, you know. Vegetoid, I kind of want them to be similar in scale to like Frogget, maybe. So we're talking like if Frisk's like that, that's a big vegetable, right? It's either that or I make them the same size as like Flowey. Don't tell Nintendo, I know, right? They'll just come out of nowhere and completely annihilate me. Right, so we do that, and then we go append, blender file. I think Napstablook. He's a huge hungry strawberry carrot. Run! Right, there's Blue Key. Where's... Oh, there he is. Dude, what the... I have no clue what is going on there. Hang on. Is it that? What's... Joints and rigid bodies. Oh, hang on. Delete hierarchy. Is it that one? Is it that? Just in general. If I do that... Let me scale that now. There we go. So Napster Bluke is going to roughly be about, say, the same size as Frisk. Because later on they get in Frisk's way and Frisk asks them to move. So we got Napster Bluke there, right? This is looking okay so far. I'm trying to remember if I've got any. Oh, Luke's. That was it. I was remembering another character here. Let's do fixed. Have we got Luke's? I know we do. I just need to find where they are. Come on. Normals test. Luke's fix Luke's. And then we go. Because I can change all the textures on these and everything later on to make them look better. For Luke's, I think I want to make them probably just a little bit bigger than Frogget. Like at the moment, that's gigantic. Yeah, compared to Frisk, that's massive. If we do like that, that doesn't seem too bad then in terms of like character scaling. For the ruins alone, I don't think that's bad. Like, just find out somebody just doesn't agree with that. I'm like, no. But that's the whole thing. We do like 3D and stuff. It's gonna be funny seeing what everybody says to that. But I think I'll deliberately save that as like the ruins character sheet. Put like a screenshot of that up. Let's just get a screenshot. Get a screenshot of that and just be like, this is what I'm thinking for the ruins. What does everyone think? You know. Looks awful, says Dave. Joker looks great. It's gonna be better, like I was saying, when they're all when they're all in and doing stuff. Because some of them are crazy. I like the wings on Mygosp, how they've got like the fly looking thing going on. And then their antenna is glowy, but you obviously can't see it on here, and then they look a little bit like a ghost. Stuff like the material on Mygosp looking all kinds of crazy. I don't know why the body's like that, because it shouldn't be. Mike Wazowski, yeah. The body for Mygosp should not literally look like that. That's weird. I swear I didn't do that. Let's do 0.1. 0.05? I think I know why that is as well. I just... take that off. Wait, there's a color ramp in there? Let's try that and just go 0.01. 0.1 for that one, and just tweak it a little bit and see what happens. You have to potentially tweak some of this. Like with that one as well, we can just go like 0.1 for... So then start playing around with it a little bit more. 0.2. So it's like 0.3 where it's a little bit more subtle, but you can see like what I'm going for, because what I wanted was normal details like the like a beetle would have, because you can have them on like the antenna and stuff. And it's the same for like with Vegetoid. I didn't want the leaves like super realistic at the moment, but I did want the base of it to look a little bit better. And then like with Luke's, I swear with Luke's we have like another version that actually has his normals baked in, so he looks a little bit cooler because of all the normal details. It's the same with like with Frogget. Frogget looks at the moment though. I need to mess around with that because it just looks a bit crazy. And I feel like I can do better for that. It's just kind of me experimenting. If I go to Luke's here for a moment, Luke's. Because I don't want to be like gaslighting myself. The normal test here for Luke's. Ah, I see. Luke's has a very, like the normal test for Luke's. Mike Wazowski, you know that is actually the file name. You remind me to resize my SD Hero Unicorn in Blender. Yeah, you can see where I've tried getting some sort of like texture for the skin there. And then when we try and put a light in the scene. Let's see. You can see where the texture is. So it's subtle. Yeah, I just want to see where that goes. But yeah, we'll mess around with this a little bit more next time. I'm gonna take a break and go plan this stuff now and fix things and get things done. So, thank you very much, everyone. I hope you've enjoyed, and until next time, bye!